Okay, I've had a lot of haters and a lot of people saying BS in the comments. So go to the science and go to the math. I know that doesn't mean a lot to Americans, but let's take a look at what the math actually says. Here's the coronavirus outbreak since January 20th. As of the 20th, there were 278. As of the 29th, 7,600. The 30th, a little bit over 8,000. As of the 31st, still hasn't crested over 9,000. What you're looking at here is not an exponential progression. And what an exponential progression is the simplest way to describe it is imagine something doubling every day. That's the easiest way to describe an exponential progression to you. And doubling is actually one of the lowest progressions exponentially that you can have. This is not doubling. This is not even a linear acceleration. A linear acceleration would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's just not happening. So when you look at this graph, you say, oh wow, there's 7,678. This is an epidemic. But you're not looking at the facts, you're not looking at the history, you're not looking at the math. The number of infections is actually slowing in China. There are the 105 outside of China that we should worry about, but the way that the Chinese government is handling this virus, the rate of infection is slowing. And I got slammed for saying that from a lot of people because what you're seeing in America is articles like this. According to Bianco Research in Chicago, based on official China National Health Commission data, the geometric rate of transmission, about 53% daily, where every infected person can infect 2 to 2.5 people, we could be looking at 88,000 sick by February 3rd, 315,000 by February 6th. Now, looking at the line you saw before, do you really believe that that line is going to jump to 88,000 by February 3rd? 315,000 by February 6th? If you do, comment in the comments below this video. Now, to give you an idea of what a more exponential progression looks like, let's take a look at the CDC numbers for influenza in America. These are weekly admissions. This is not cumulative. These are how many admissions each week go into the hospital. And you'll see here, tracking from the 40th week through the 52nd week, you see almost an exponential progression, peaking at the last week of the Christmas season. And why do you think that was? That was because everyone's traveling for the holiday. Everyone's passing on the flu to everyone else. Back to work in 2020, look at the drop. People aren't interacting like they were during the holiday. So the rate of transmission fell. So the next time you are talking about the coronavirus, keep in mind the American influenza virus. It's killed many multiple times the number of people that have been killed in China by the coronavirus. You got to research for yourself. You got to understand the math before you make the wild claims that people are making. Even these scientists who have these complex computer models, you got to remember they're just putting in basic variable numbers to begin with. And in this last report by the Chicago firm, they have a computer program that they just put in the number 2.5. Well, what's going to happen if we put in 2.5 people for everyone sick? Well, that's going to happen. But it doesn't mean it's actually factual, because right now the transmission rate in China is nowhere near 2.5 people. Come on. It's dropping. It's dropping every day. What we can look for in early February is that this transmission subsides in China and people are going to go back to work.